Do, 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 do. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel and the after party. It's still really stupid. I got to find another way. I know I say this every time. I got to find a better way to introduce the show. Hi, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you've been having a good time since we talked last a few hours ago. I was sitting here minding my own fucking business, like I do. Oh, YouTube, you're gonna want to go ahead and just demonetize this one because I'm gonna say motherfucker a lot. So I'm sitting here minding my own fucking business, having some fun on Twitter, like I do, and just putting good vibes out into the world, just putting good vibes out in the world. And I saw something that pissed me off in a way few things do. And we're going to talk about it because I'm a little hot under the collar, a little hot. This involves a gentleman named Smash JT, Smash TJ. I don't know his fucking name. Smash something. He's upset because the quartering won't make a video. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that stupid fucking shit in a minute. How about you make your own fucking video? Anyway, so I click on the video because I see this guy's mad and I didn't recognize the name because I don't fucking care. And I click on the video and I start watching it's this motherfucker. That was my action. That was my reaction. Oh, it's this motherfucker. This dude makes videos where he complains about stuff, which is fine. Do your thing. That's what I do. I complain all the fucking time. That's fine. But this motherfucker gets in his car and drives around to do it, which again is fine. Except the motherfucker keeps looking at his goddamn camera over and over and over again. Sometimes for a little bit longer than other times, but nobody's there, you dumb motherfucker. You don't need to look at your fucking camera. Watch the fucking road. Do you know how many people die every fucking day in auto accidents? Every day. Take a guess. 102. That was the 2016 numbers, the last one we have actual numbers for. 102 people every day. 30,000, almost 40,000 people every year. And this motherfucker's driving around to try to get his goddamn YouTube fame, looking at his fucking camera while he's driving his fucking car. That is not, I'm not happy. And then somebody said something that just really, really ticked me off. It's like, well, he's not doing it much. He's not doing it all that much. You think if he killed somebody, hit him as they're crossing the street or ran into a car, T-boning it and killed somebody, do you think the family would be like, oh, he wasn't doing it that much? Oh, well, fuck little Timmy. Fuck grandma. Fuck mom. Okay, well, he wasn't doing it that much. So they're only a little dead now. Every fucking day, 102 people. And this motherfucker is out there driving around, looking at his fucking camera as he's saying stupid shit that he could say in any fucking parking lot or in his goddamn house. Nah, he's got to do it on the road with his fucked up, retarded glasses. He wears these blue sunglasses. You can still tell he's looking at the fucking camera. That's how much he's taking his attention away from the road. But hey, it's only a little bit. It's only a little bit. Ooh. Thank you, Okie Native. But Monk, Cosby didn't drug and violate women much. I know, right? I know. Who is this jackass? His name's Smash something or other. Smash TJ, JT. I don't know. If you follow me on Twitter, you can definitely see it because I just called him a motherfucker, and I'll probably get in trouble for that. Probably get in trouble for calling him a motherfucker over on the Twitter machine, but I don't care. Fucking stop paying attention to anything else but the fucking road when you're driving. And no, this isn't something that I just talk about for YouTubers. No, I don't like distracted driving. Pay attention to the goddamn road. You need to be looking forward or to the left or the right, seeing what's coming, seeing what's around you. You're driving tons of metal. And there's no big deal. I'll just look over here for a second. No. Don't play with your phone. Don't touch your fucking phone while you're actually driving. If you think it might be important, pull the fuck over. And this motherfucker's doing it for some YouTube fame, y'all. Fuck this guy. Fuck him right in the ass. How fucking dare you, man? I don't give a shit how long he does it. Distracted driving, not cool. Not cool, man. Some of the arguments that I've had with my family members involve this. It's like, stop it. Pay attention to the fucking road. That's what you need to be looking at. Do you know how many people in those accidents have died because somebody only looked away for a second? It's not cool, man. And the notion that you're doing it for some YouTube fame with your dumbass glasses on, go fuck yourself. Seriously, I hope he listens to this. Go fuck yourself, you douche nugget. Which brings us to point 2. He's making this video because he's mad that other people aren't making a video. Sincerely, that's what this one's about. Seems there's this guy, Barnacles. I don't know how you say his fucking name. Some fat fuck on the internet who talks about video games and stuff, who advised another person to start reporting people who were mean to him. And, oh, why isn't the quartering talking about this? The guy he's talking about, this fat fuck, Barnacles. Barnacles, is that how you say it? B-A-R-N. Fuck, I had it somewhere. I don't even care. This fat fuck who talks about video games and gave people the impression that what you should be doing is reporting people if they say bad things about you. He's wrong. He gives this advice that if somebody downloads your video and all they do is call you fat, that's not educational. That's not fair use. Fair use involves critique as well, fuckhead. If you go back to the People versus Larry Flint case, that was all about him suggesting Jerry Falwell had sex with his mother. There was no other critique there. And granted, that wasn't fair use, but it was considered First Amendment. It tends to carry over. It's still criticism. You might not like it that somebody might download your video and do nothing but go, look at this fat fuck. Look how fat he is. He can barely fit in that fucking shirt. Look at these man titties. All of this stuff, you might not like it, but that is technically critique, which, by the way, is covered under fair use here in the United States. So suck it up, Tubby. However, Jeremy from the Quartering doesn't have to make a video about this if he doesn't fucking want to. If you want a video made, make your fucking video. Even if you don't fucking make videos right now, it's really easy. Get any kind of microphone, find any free software and a picture. You don't even need a picture. You can have a blank fucking screen. Record yourself, put it out onto the fucking internet. Tell people how you feel. Now, I get the argument that, well, bigger people need to talk about it so other people care. How about this? How about you make a decent enough fucking video that people watch it and be like, man, everybody needs to see this. How about that? How about you make a decent enough fucking argument? In this case, it should be really fucking easy. That fat fuck was wrong. Really easy. Really fucking easy. Nut says, I'm not understanding why he's mad at Jeremy. He's mad at Jeremy because Jeremy hasn't made a video about this tubby motherfucker. And I wish I could remember names. I really do. But this is how I remember him right now. We have tubby motherfucker, a dumbass driver, and Jeremy. Dumbass driver wants Jeremy to make a video about fat fuck because fat fuck is telling, he told some guy, I forget what his name is. I don't even care, but that he should go flag people. Told him that. And he gave him really bad advice on fair use. I get it. You want bigger people to pay attention. Make a good video. Make a compelling argument. Tag Jeremy on Twitter and go, look, dude, what do you think of this? Maybe he'll do it. Maybe he won't. Maybe he doesn't give a fuck. Maybe he's covering other things that he thinks his audience would care about. How about this? Make your own fucking video if you want one made. Stop insisting that other people do your goddamn work. Stop insisting that your fucking issue is the biggest one, and that's the one that needs to be talked about. Because a lot of times your issues are stupid. Now, in this case, I could actually see, yeah, that's kind of an interesting point. That's something that I could see people talking about. But make your own video and pass it around and see if anybody wants to. Instead of he actually tagged fucking Keemstar and Philly D. He tagged Keemstar and Philly D in his video about people not making a video. But the fuck? The fuck? Your favorite video creator doesn't owe you shit for content. Hopefully they make content for you. Hopefully they make content you like, but you don't get to go in there and tell them what they have to make. If you don't like what they're making, make something better. How about instead of trying to kill people on the fucking road, go out there and make a decent fucking video. Spread the word, shithead. Oh, I fucking hate that. I really do. By the way, hi, Sin. I did see you in chat there. But I was on a roll. I was busy with my motherfuckers in my first 10 minutes to see if YouTube will give me any money on this video or on the stream. This is something I've been arguing about since I've been on YouTube. I see people all the time. I've had this repeatedly. Probably the biggest one was, why don't you make videos about the alt-right? Do you guys remember that stupid shit? And I'm like, I don't care about them. They're irrelevant. Why don't you? You're scared of them. I don't care about them. Why don't you go make a fucking video about the alt-right? Go make videos. It's not that difficult. It's really not. The difficult part about a video is being entertaining. And you're either entertaining or you're not. I don't know if it's something you can learn. I don't know if entertaining an audience is something that can be taught. That's beyond my, what's the word I'm looking for here? Knowledge. I don't know if it can be done or not. Maybe you can, I suppose you could imitate somebody that you find interesting. But otherwise, the actual process is really easy. You can do it with your fucking phone. Upload it straight to the internet. If you don't like it, if you don't like what people are making content on, or specifically that they're not making a video that you want, go make it your damn self. Tagging fucking Keemstar and Philly D. Like, man, I don't understand why these guys aren't making this video about this fat fuck who said, why the hell would you tag all of it? Tag Jeremy, tag somebody else. I forget the other guy's name. But it's like, I don't understand why these guys won't make a video about this. Well, maybe it's not interesting to them, or maybe they don't think it'll be interesting to their audience. It's not for you to say. You can make suggestions. Jeremy takes suggestions all the fucking time. Every fucking day on Twitter. Guys, I've made a couple of videos. What do you want me to cover next? There you go. Throw it out to him. If he likes it, he'll do it. If he doesn't, he won't. He'll do something else. You don't get to tell him what to make. You really don't. I feel better now. I saw this, man. I'm like, you motherfucker. How dare you be driving around looking at your goddamn phone for fucking internet fame while calling other people out and hoping to use their name to raise yourself up. Go fuck yourself. I'm going to kill somebody and maybe get famous. Fuck off. Anyhow, Ranting Monkey fit to be tied this morning. Look, this is not funny to me. I've made a few jokes here and there. But I don't take distracted driving as a joke. I really don't. When I'm driving, which I don't do very much anymore. I actually spend more time in the passenger seat, which allows me to see how many motherfuckers out there are on their phones driving. And I'm not talking with it up to their ear. That's distracted enough, but I don't see that as big a deal. You can still watch the road. But how many motherfuckers are looking at the screen? No, you're going to kill somebody. The fuck is wrong with you? You fit to tell jokes, and distracted driving is as dangerous as drunk or driving drunk. It is. They've actually done some studies where it's a little bit more dangerous than driving drunk. Hey, Suzanne. So there's another like coming into the middle of a monkey rant and having no idea what it's about. Yeah, it's a short one. It was only 15 minutes because there's not much more to say on it, man. Pay attention to the fucking road. And if you want to make a video, make your own fucking video. Make your own fucking video. Tag. I love that you tag Keemstar and Philly D. Give me a 1 if you think either one of those guys is actually going to pay attention to his fucking video. Anyhow, Keemstar might actually. Maybe throw that out to Keemstar. Hey, dude, have you seen this? It was funny. He didn't say, Keemstar hasn't made a video about this. We're going to give 2 shits about this. Anyway, you know what tonight is, you guys? You know, tonight is the Democratic National Debate. Yeah, this is the debate for Nevada. What Nevada's next, right? I keep confusing Nevada and South Carolina. They're both coming up. One is on the 22nd. One is on the 29th. I think it's Nevada because we have the caucus coming up. The Nevada caucus. But Michael Bloomberg has somehow managed to qualify for a debate. We all know how he managed to qualify for a debate. He's got billions of dollars and is willing to spend them. The idea that he's made it on this stage is fucking retarded. Because if you go back and remember, guys, the way you qualified for debates, was either, well, actually you had to both. You had to have a certain number of donors and you had to qualify within a certain number of polls. Hitting different benchmarks in different, it depended on I don't want to get into it, but that's how you had to do it. Thank you, Trucker Matt. Distracted drivers are idiots. Our world. Welcome. Yeah, I know, dude. You truckers have it worse than most of us because you're on the road all the fucking time. You got to deal with those assholes over and over again. And with today's technology, it's there's so much you can do not to have to be a distracted driver. It's fucking retarded. The only way that you actually have to is if you want to. It's too hard to set up it so that it's voice and it goes through the system. Shut up. Anyway, Michael Bloomberg, there's no fucking way he hit the donor requirement because he's not taking donations. Or at least last I heard, maybe he did start taking them just so he could qualify. But he's certainly not qualified based on any of the former qualifications that they had for the other debates. But they're like, hey, we're going to let Michael in. We're going to let Michael in because we think he has the money to beat Trump. This midget motherfucker who's spending hundreds of millions of dollars throwing ads everywhere. Every fucking video that I've watched lately has had a Michael Bloomberg ad on it. Every one. I am curious to see what kind of questions he's asked. Unfortunately, we'll be live during the debate, so we won't get to see the whole thing. I hope it starts at 8. I haven't actually looked, but usually they start at 8 o'clock, so maybe I can see some of it beforehand. But I really am curious what kind of questions they're going to ask him. Because Bloomberg's been caught, well, he's not even caught on tape. He was on tape purposefully, saying some really stupid shit. This is Michael Bloomberg who says we need to keep poor people poor to help them. I'm not making that up. That's what he said. This is Michael Bloomberg, who said that redlining is a good thing, or ending redlining caused the market crash. This is Michael Bloomberg, who said that farmers are stupid. You know, they're not like them tech kids. You have to have more gray matter. You have to have more gray matter, because all you got to do to farm, you guys, is make a hole and stick a seed in it, and a plant grows out. He's oh damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna miss the whole debate. It's at 9:00. Thank you, Jake, for looking that up for me. It's absolutely asinine, the things that this man has said out loud. There's the other one with where you go back to stop and frisk, where he's like, look, we know what criminals look like. They're young minorities. I don't mean to laugh at that, but this motherfucker actually said that. And you could make just a description and pass it out to all the police, and just be minorities from, what is it, 16 to 25? I forget the exact date or age ranges. They're like, yeah, that's the criminals. That this was a talk he tried to have the tape suppressed from. Michael. And I'm very curious if they're actually going to ask him about any of this, if they're going to bring any of it up. Now, if his opponents are smart, they'll have their answers ready to specifically make that shit come up, just to knock him out of the race. I do think it's funny that they're ready to go against Michael Bloomberg. We're going to get this billionaire, Liz Warren. With the one thing good about him coming on the stage is that you guys will get to see how we respond to a billionaire egomaniac. You've had one on the stage the whole fucking time. The fact that Steyer's, you owe me money, Tom. The fact that Steyer has been subdued on the stage doesn't negate the fact that this is a fucking vanity project for him. That takes a little bit of ego to even try, to even fucking try. But Bloomberg's more bombastic. He's more bombastic and much louder than Steyer. Steyer, if you watch the last debate, he tried to be the great uniter. Like, look, we just all need to, can't we all get along and beat Trump? And I mean, so Tom's the good kind of billionaire now. There were a couple of pot shots taken at him throughout the debates, but nothing major. And he was always very conciliatorial. Is that a word? Conciliatory when it came to, his wealth versus the flat out socialism that they're planning now. When it came to, this is why I say Tom owes me money. They asked about college for everyone, and Tom said, I'm for that, but rich kids should still have to pay. This is actually a plan that's Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Cheat. Mayor Cheat was asked about it, his plan, and his plan is that we're going to pay for college for everybody except rich kids, because he thinks rich kids should have to pay. So they turned to Tom Steyer and they're like, you're rich. Not like everybody else up there isn't. I believe you're a billionaire. Do you think your kids should go to college free? And he's like, no, I believe billionaires should give their money to everybody. I'm paraphrasing here, guys, but not by much. So, Mr. Steyer, Tom, you owe me fucking money, motherfucker. I want my check. It doesn't have to be much, man, but you said that you need to share the wealth. I'm poor. I eat ramen most of the time. I'll do that after your check too. But I eat ramen most of the time. Couple 100,000. Just share the wealth a little bit, man. That way you can share with other people too. You have billions of dollars. Start doling it out, motherfucker. Start doling it out. He ain't going to do that, man. You know why? Because he's kind of a dick. He's kind of a dick. And when you're kind of a dick, the way you get women is by having lots of money. Tom, you owe me money, motherfucker. Okay, I can't say for certain that Tom isn't giving up his money because he wants to get laid. I'm just assuming. Hashtag not all. Is that the right use of that hashtag? Hashtag not all. Tom, you owe me money, bitch. So we're going to have Bloomberg up there, and I don't think you're going to see many direct questions related to any of this shit. I don't think that he might have to answer a question about the redlining. They may ask him about the stop and frisk. Stop and frisk, he's already got the answer to, though. He's already got the answer. They let him get away with this in the press when this came up the other day. Like, look, I ended stop and frisk. Yeah, when the federal fucking courts made you, dickhead. Before Tom Steyer came into office, there were about 20,000 stop and frisk incidences each year in New York City. About 20,000 since it was started. By the end of, by the crest of the Bloomberg wave. Did I say Tom Steyer a minute ago? When Michael Bloomberg came into office, sorry, I said that wrong. Before Bloomberg came into office, 20,000. The crest of the Bloomberg wave, 600,000. And then it just drops way the fuck back off. And he has the balls to get up there and say, look, I stopped this thing. Well, yeah, you stopped it because they told you had to. They told you had to. It's not because you went, wow, man, this seems like a really bad idea. No, it's not like he said, oh, I realized suddenly that you can't just look at somebody and tell they're a criminal by the color of their skin. You racist shithead. That wasn't a good answer. Wasn't a good answer, Michael. And he may face a question about that. He's definitely not going to be asked about saying that stupid people need to remain stupid, at least not by the moderators, unless one of them absolutely hates Michael Bloomberg. And even in that case, I think they're going to play along. The DNC seems to really be embracing Mike because they see that Pete is kind of a wet blanket. Amy, she's a kind of a bitch. Liz has no real chance. Biden is just like imploded. Again, Biden can come back. Biden could come back. It's going to depend on how he does in Nevada and South Carolina. Excuse me 1 second. I thought before I started the show, maybe I should take a nap. But I'm not. Fuck it. I want to go talk because that guy pissed me off. But they don't really see somebody who can challenge Bernie. And the DNC does not want Bernie. Does not want Bernie because Bernie is a loser for them. Look, Bernie folks, you got to listen to me here. I understand that you like Bernie. He's a loser in the general election. He is. So if you're anybody but Trump, you need to be anybody but Bernie as well. Not because you don't like Bernie, but because you want to win. Now, I don't see anybody in this field that can beat Trump. I'm just being honest here. Right now, as it stands, I know what the polls say, but I also know what the polls said on election night 2016. Was it 98, 95, something like that % chance that the New York Times was saying Hillary was going to win? And that just slowly ticked down throughout the night until it bottomed out at 0. So don't pay so much attention to the polls. Pay attention to what's being said, because your fellow countrymen, they're not the liberals you think they are. The vast majority of them aren't. And California may have gotten some people to be like, okay, yeah, we'll give up our electoral votes to you guys. But you're going to have people turn out this time for Trump. If you look at the turnout in the New Hampshire election primary, the turnout for Trump was ridiculously high. Ridiculously high. If you look at the other incumbents who've run in the last 4 or 3 elections, what was it? Clinton had 76,000, Bush had 54,000, and Obama had 49,000. So 76, 54, 49. That's how many people in the primary in their incumbent year. Their incumbent year. So 1996, 2004, and then 2012. in those years, that's how many people turned out to vote for him. 120,000 turned out to vote for Trump. That should scare Democrats, and that should scare you folks who are like, anybody but Trump. You better make sure you pick the right person, because it's already going to be hard for you. And you're sitting here looking at these. Look, it says 51 to 47 in favor of Michael Bloomberg. We've seen the polls. We've seen the fucking polls. The polls told us that the Democrats were going to take over 60 seats in the House in 2018. They got what, 40? 40 is nothing to sneeze at. They took over. They got control and were able to do their impeachment. But it wasn't the 60 plus that the polls were telling us. You got to be careful of those polls, man. Those polls are full of shit. Polls told us Biden was a force to be reckoned with. He was never number one in Iowa. Well, let me rephrase that. There was a poll or two that came out right before the Iowa caucus that told us Biden had a chance. See, polls, you guys. But nationally, Biden has been winning all along. And in South Carolina, he had just a huge fucking lead, which has dwindled. But we'll see what happens. He was not projected to finish 5th in New Hampshire based on any fucking poll. Any poll. So when you look at this shit and you look, that all of the candidates can beat Trump according to the polls. Realize that a lot of those fucking polls, are manipulated. And I'm saying that word and trying to be nice. Saying manipulated is the nice way of saying it. They are blatant bullshit. Propaganda is the real way of saying it. They show what they want people to see. And in part of it is like, oh, okay, we got a chance. We're going to go out and support our Democrat. But what it also does is fires up Trump's base to be like, oh, no, fuck you guys. And we saw that in New Hampshire, 120,000 votes for somebody, it was actually the last I saw was 128,000. You knew he was going to win. You didn't even have to show up because, he's got a couple of people running against him, but nobody worth mentioning. I think at the second place in there, and I forget that guy's name, he finished with 13,000. Trump only lost New Hampshire by a sliver. What was it? 0.4%, I think is what he lost by. This should scare Democrats. It really should. Caramon says numbers are easily manipulated. They are. But it's not just manipulating the numbers. Getting those numbers is easy to manipulate. Because they do things like this. Like, okay, nationally, 30% of the people are Democrat, and only 20% say they're Republican. So when we weight this poll, we have to do it based on there being more Democrats. So we're going to get 50% more Democrats, and we're going to ask them, and then we'll multiply that by the 30 and see what happens. The way that they actually conduct these polls is it's absolutely fucking retarded if you pay attention to the metrics and the way they do it. Which I do. When I see a poll, I go read it and then I go see how it was conducted. And it is amazing how much weight they give to Democrats. It is unreal how much weight they give to Democrats. The wording of questions is atrocious and they control the selection samples. Exactly. Sometimes the wording of the question is like, Donald Trump's a shitbag. You agree, right? Yeah, it's fucking asinine. But remember, they had the poll, the Des Moines poll, right before Iowa that they threw in the trash because they're like, yeah, there was some irregularities. We had one guy who wasn't asking all the candidates' names. I'm like, you couldn't just take out his sample? Come on. You fuckers knew what you were doing. It showed Bernie was going to win, and you're like, we can't have Bernie win. But Democrats, I'm telling you, don't go with Bernie. I mean, you can, but it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. You're better off with Bloomberg, believe it or not. Most people, even most Democrats, aren't socialist and don't like that word. And while socialism is a charge that has been levied against Democrats forever, Bernie embraces it. He calls himself one. I'm a democratic socialist. I'm a democratic socialist, though. You just don't know what that is. Like, shut up, old man. You don't know what that is. You're a socialist who threw a new adjective in front of it. I'm a free market socialist. You fucking asshole. I believe everybody should vote, but we're going to do things my way. Yeah, it's disturbing. It's disturbing. The mainstream media and both political parties hate Bernie. How do you think his presidency would go? I don't think it would go very well at all. I don't think it would. He might be able to pass Medicare for all if the Democrats had the House and the Senate. Otherwise, I don't think much of his agenda would get passed. I think that would bankrupt the company or the country. The company, same thing, I guess. Oh, excuse me. It would bankrupt us, and they wouldn't know what to do. The immediate fallout from that would be astounding. And there's no way the Republicans are going to work with him. Your moderate Democrats will be like, yo, motherfucker, I want reelected. I'm not going to work with you either. Manic says free market and socialists are opposite. Yes, they are. But you're going to have a hard time convincing democratic socialists of that because they insist, look, it's not socialism. It's democratic socialism. Well, what's the difference? Well, it's democratic. Like, oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. It's socialism. No, he doesn't actually have socialist policies. He wants to take over medicine. Well, there'll still be private hospitals. All right, there would be, but in name only. Because in order to control all your costs and everything, you're going to have to tell them how to operate. And most of the plans that talk about this, and I haven't seen Bernie specifically, but like controlling costs and things, the way they're going to do that is by saying, this is all the money you get. Make it work. That's the government deciding how much, that's the government deciding. No, the government's not going to say, okay, you get an MRI machine this year. Except even in some ways, they're going to say that as well. It's atrocious if you read it. It really is. And they're going to do things like, well, you only get the budget you had last year. Okay, but our MRI machine broke down. We got to get a new one. Good luck. Good luck. The doctors are only going to be allowed to make what they made last year. You can only charge this much per patient. Now, I don't have a problem with doctors telling you what they do charge per patient. I like that. I like doctors saying this is how much it's going to cost so you know ahead of time. But the government stepping in and saying, you could only make this much money? Fuck you. Fuck you. It is socialism. You don't have to like that it is, but it is. Wow, my phone is loud. It's loud as fuck, man. Oof. Jack, how you doing, my friend?
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm getting a little tired, man. A little tired.
What?
Well, you know how it is, how these things go. There we go. Yeah, I went to sleep early last night, but I woke up at about 12:20. So I've been up a while now.
Nice.
Want to bring down medical costs, make more residencies for physicians to decrease the shortage. Well, there's so much of this stuff where they talk like, look. Hey, it's not real socialism. We're not. Things are going to still work exactly how they always did. We're just, it's going to be free now. No. The only way you can do this is to start implementing government mandated controls. That's the only way to control costs. And like I said, every plan I've seen, this is what they say. Thank you so much, Cryptic. Socialism kills like Jack and his squirrels.
It's true. It's true.
Hey, Polly, how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay.
Did you get everything taken care of? Earlier, you said you had to do things.
Oh yeah. The pit only needs to be 2 feet deep at the most. Sprinkle the lye, you're done. It's fine.
What?
So how's things here?
I'm so confused right now. Not too bad. I'm just I was talking about the debates and stuff and got off on Bernie's socialist medicine program and how great it's going to be.
You're not looking forward to a bankrupt federal government? I am.
Well, I was specifically asked, neither party really seems to want Bernie. How do you think his presidency would go? And I do think he could probably get Medicare for all passed. If Democrats held both houses of Congress. And then I think it would become apparent really fast that we're going to bankrupt ourselves and shit would just fall to pieces. Okie, thank you. Body pit needs more than 2 feet and it's lime, not lie. Fair enough.
Lie will work in a pinch.
Yeah, lie will work. Yeah.
But you're right. Lime's better. You're not wrong. But sometimes, it's not available late at night when you need it.
It's just amazing to me that anybody looks at Bernie and supports him and doesn't realize what that would do to the country. What's even more amazing to me is that Democrats who want to win support him, not realizing that the country isn't where they are. The vast majority of the country does not want a socialist in power.
Oh, that doesn't matter. See, they don't know what's good for them, but these guys do. So they're going to drag you into the future.
Kicking and screaming, obviously.
Well, yeah, otherwise it'd be a facility to educate you properly.
Now, Chauncey just said something that I want to address. Because people keep talking about Michael Bloomberg trying to buy this election. And we understand what that means, that he's just spending a shit ton of money to try to get elected, which is true. That's absolutely true. But Chauncey said Bernie is buying votes. You're not wrong. It's amazing how many of these people who run for office, I hate the idea that they do this, but they do it all the time. And it's everyone. I'm going to give you this. We're going to use federal money for this. That's trying to buy fucking votes.
With the taxpayers' own money.
Yeah. And people are like, how does this keep happening? How do we keep going further down this path? Well, because people keep getting promised things and they don't want to work for it. So they're like, yes, give me that, please. Manic, thank you so much. Geez, Polly, how medicated are you?
I'm good.
He's a Gutenberg 8.
I'm not yelling at anybody. What are you talking about?
Well, different medications there.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Cryptic. Socialism kills like monkey and his bats.
That bat was alive when it left my house.
So was everybody that went to the gulag.
I'm just saying that I did not. That bat, as far as I know, was perfectly healthy when it left. It just had a headache.
And those guys breaking rocks with axes that died of heart attacks, they died of heart attacks, not because they were in a gulag.
Well, that's what they get. They should have had stronger hearts.
They should have been loyal.
Oh, man. What else on the debate tonight? Everybody's wondering if Amy can repeat her performance. And I think that's a given because I thought her performance sucked, actually. Have either of you guys watched the debate from last time?
No. Well, I watched part of it, but I was so bored. Like, so many softball questions.
Oh, it mostly was. There was a part middle, I guess, where they start sniping at each other quite a bit. which was fun to see because it was the best example so far of them acting like they actually want to win. So many of these assholes are like, we need to beat Donald Trump. Like, no, you need to beat these other people on the fucking stage, you moron. And then you can go try to beat Trump. You need to make your case for why you're better than these guys. And instead, they're always, every other debate, they're look, wait, at the end of the day, we all love each other and we want to hump behind the scenes. And we all just want to beat Trump. Well, tell me why I should vote for you to do that.
Well, I think they're afraid of getting in trouble with anybody on the intersectional scale because everybody's got something that somebody will complain about. Like, oh, you're picking on a gay dude. Oh, you're attacking a woman. How dare you?
Fair.
Oh, you're attacking this creepy old guy that is a commie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're attacking the mentally ill Joe Biden, you know.
No, and I get you, and I don't necessarily disagree. But I also think they're so afraid of being seen as Trump. They all, you know, well, I have the guts to take on Trump, but I'm not going to show you here in the debates. Go out there and try to win. But Klobuchar's performance, and maybe it's just me. I thought she was actually pretty bad. I don't think she did a very good job. And as I watched it, you know, I watched for the one specific part that Amy Siskind over on Twitter had tweeted out. This is the part that's making people cry. And I watched it and it came off so bad in my estimation. But then she has this surge and finishes third. And everybody's like, she did so great in the debate. I'm like, did I watch the wrong one?
What I've seen of her speaking, and granted, I haven't seen the whole debate, is very, very boring. She doesn't strike me as a terribly great public speaker, and she doesn't really inspire anything. She seems kind of overbearing and pushy and kind of boring.
God damn it. That stupid bottle keeps falling. I should really do something with it. I just didn't think she was very good at all. And I'm going to have to get a hold of Satsu and make sure everything's okay. He said, what could be better than waking up to find out your bank account has been compromised and emptied? Fuck.
Yeah, Jim Healis just said that in chat.
That's a thing. That's fucking terrible. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Well,
sorry, I gotta reach out and ask him. That's my boy, man.
No shit. Yeah.
That's messed up. Hopefully the bank will take care of that.
Yeah, quickly.
Yeah.
Normally, I wouldn't agree with that many question marks and exclamation marks as Jim Hill has put there, but the situation calls for it. Holy fuck.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he said it got completely emptied. Fuck, man.
Man, who's messed with Satsu? He's one of the nicest guys on the internet, except to me, because I don't think he likes me. But
yeah, I mean, I've always been waiting to stream with him and tell him how much I like his stuff. But like, from a distance, I mean, he's chill as fuck. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's messed up. See, that's how you know there's evil out there. They mess with nice people like Satsu.
I mean, there's a bright side to it. I mean, like, he's got a hell of a lot of supporters because most people, like 9% of people, think the way that we do. He's going to get huge support over this. That's so fucked up. What the fuck?
Yeah, that makes me almost as angry as that dude driving without looking at the road. Does he get compensation for it? No, if they fix it, they'll just give him back his money. It's not like they give him some interest or anything for the shit they took from, or you know.
I mean, I've got 2 accounts at 2 different banks, and their security protocols are not bad for when you're compromised in terms of the insurance that you have on it. But still, I mean, he's got to go through the difficulty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't make it easy.
Right, right. Because you could be pulling a fucking scam. You give your information over to a buddy, you know, that kind of bullshit.
Yeah, it's a hassle, and it'll take a couple days probably, and that can really hurt, especially because he's got a kid to worry about.
Yeah, when you live like we do, a couple of days without money is a bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Jesus. Damn it. That just threw my whole train of thought off.
Well,
I was on a roll with these assholes.
on Lord's tonight, maybe you should try and get him a little financial help, little fundraiser or something, so he gets something
Shark
to
says,
PayPal.
Yeah. Shark says FDIC insures your account up to 100K. Yep, they do. Always make sure your bank says that, because if it's not FDIC insured, it's probably just Bob from down the street making up his own bank. But even with that, it takes time to get it back.
Yeah, that could take up to a couple of weeks. I mean, my old bank, they would do it, but it took like almost a month. And I was like, man, fuck you guys, because that happened to me years ago. But now they have better protocols in place and better safety features, and they kind of track what you're doing. So when I switched over to a new bank, I got one that was a lot more on the ball about that sort of thing. So it depends what bank he's got and what their protocols are. But yeah, it could take a while. It's irritating. It's a giant headache.
Does it affect deposits now, like using Streamlabs and such? I don't know. I don't know what it. He's on the phone with the bank, so I don't want to fuck with him too much right now. So I'll get more information later.
Yeah, now that he's reported it, it's probably secured enough where he can open another account or something and divert those funds somewhere. But you can always shop with PayPal.
Right.
So, I mean, there's lots of places that take PayPal as a method of payment. So if he's still got money in his PayPal, at least he would have something.
Daryl, thank you so much. I know people who were screwed by card skimmers at gas stations. Yeah, those guys are fucking assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking evil, man. Same thing at like ATMs. Anywhere you use your credit card, you got to be real careful.
Yeah. Sean says, especially since he was saying he had no food last night. Fuck, man. Yeah, I didn't listen to last night's show, so I don't know what was said, but yeah, fuck that. The debate, that's what I was talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Amy. Yeah, I just didn't think she did that well. They're going to be looking for her. I'm more curious about Warren tonight, because her little jab at Bloomberg makes it sound like she's actually planning something. I don't know if you guys saw that, where she said that the primary voters will get to see how they deal with an egomaniac billionaire. Which is probably the hardest shot any of these shitbags have taken at each other. And as I pointed out, Tom, who owes me money, has been on that stage all along. But it'll be interesting to see if Liz comes out swinging at Bloomberg. Or, firing arrows.
She's going to scalp him.
She's going to scalp his ass. It'll be interesting. And I wonder if the rest of the candidates. Sorry about that ding, guys. That's Satsu getting back to me.
No worries.
Motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, give me a second here.
While you do that, I'll take care of something here. What do you call a police officer that works in bed? An undercover cop. RJ sent us that one. Yeah, I haven't been paying too much attention to Klobuchar because, like I said, she's boring, and she makes me want to fall asleep and somehow dream about getting my manager yelled at. But yeah, I think Warren's more than happy to attack Bloomberg and try and give an example of how she'd handle Trump, but I think she'll fuck it up.
Guys, I just threw Satsu's PayPal into chat. He said he had just transferred his money into his account for bills and stuff. His credit card's not compromised, so he can use that if he has to. But any donations you're thinking about giving me for the next hour or so of the show, how much time we got? Yeah, hour or so. Please divert over that way. Please send him some love, because with banks and shit. Now I have heard of banks who quick, man, within a few days, and others that I knew one guy, man, his was it took him over 2 months. Like,
Oh yeah, that's
actually,
surprising.
it was a chick, but yeah. Yeah, Amy. Amy's the only person I've ever heard of who got a Karen haircut to try to make people like her more. Like, bitch, you don't understand what that haircut is, do you?
Well, there's probably a lot of Karens that are like, I somehow like her more now.
Right. Hey, Nuts, in the rotation that you're doing there, thank you for dropping our Streamlabs link, sweetie. Could you replace mine with Satsu, sweetheart? But yeah, guys, don't forget, we're brought to you by you. If you enjoy what you're seeing, please hit the like button. Please share. Sharing is caring. And we're not herpes, so you're not hurting anybody. And please consider donating to Satsu, Jack, and Polly here.
I don't want to speak for Polly, but just give Satsu some money.
Mm-hmm.
What did the bank say? I know USAA is really quick. Actually, they shut off our cards if we use it in a different state. I don't know what the bank has said so far. So he's on the phone with that. Like I said, I'm trying not to bug him too much, but I did want to find out if he was okay. So Karens don't like anyone. That's true. Well, yeah, they'd probably go up to Klobuchar and be like, I feel like you're doing this wrong. Can I speak to your manager?
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, it sucks that this one's starting at 9:00, so I can't see any of it live. I won't be able to watch it until afterwards. You guys are doing a show tonight, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's as long as Polly's up for it, yeah.
So I'll watch mine, then I'll watch that one, and then I'll watch the debate. So that's a long time of watching tonight. I guess that means I'll have to play video games. Darn it.
Damn.
Do I sound like I really cared about that?
Not really, no.
Damn it. I was trying so hard. That was my sincere voice.
That was my sincere voice. You need to work on it then.
Damn it. Speaking of my sincere voice, over on the Twitter, I have a poll going, you guys. And if you have Twitter, please go vote. Please go vote. This is an important poll. It's which is better, Footloose or any movie Jack likes?
Oh, that's a easy one.
Yeah, there's one answer. It's Footloose.
No, that is not correct.
You're free to be wrong. Footloose is making a comeback. It's been losing so far. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. What else do we have going on today? Sorry, I'm distracted by so many things now. That shit with Satsu is really pissing me off. Bernie Sanders surges into double-digit lead in new nationwide poll. Are we at a point where we shouldn't even be bothering with polls anymore?
I don't think that sentence should ever be uttered by a woman.
That's POLE. I'm talking POLL.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I don't know. I think people just lie because they feel peer pressure. So
I feel like there's part of that as well. But I also think that there's so many ways to manipulate a poll to make it say whatever you want. And we've just seen so many examples. I mean, this goes back to the Bush years, actually. The one congressional year is like the Democrats are going to take, and it blew up in their face. And ever since then, I mean, it's like if one guy gets the polling right, he becomes the new Zen master. That's how we got Nate Silver, for fuck's sake. That weird looking little dude. And at least I can appreciate what he tries to do with the aggregation. He takes all the polls from around and okay, this is what we think is going to happen based on all of these. But even those, I mean, if you're using bad polls, aggregating them doesn't really fucking do much. Even his polls going back to the Trump primary, they were garbage. But everybody like, he's the gold standard because he predicted Obama would win in 2012. he predicted the incumbent would win.
Yeah. Nostradamus said a lot of weird shit. Doesn't make him a fucking soothsayer. Come on.
I just, as I watch this stuff, like Bernie Sanders double-digit lead in nationwide poll. Really?
Who are they asking? How are they asking the questions?
Yeah.
There's too many problems there.
Bernie Sanders, on the strength of his performance in Iowa and New Hampshire, has surged nationally and now holds a sizable lead over all of his rivals for the Democratic presidential nomination, according to a Washington Post ABC News poll. Excuse me. Let's see the poll, shall we? Who do you approve or do you approve or disapprove of the way Donald Trump is handling his job? Let's see this latest poll. Strongly approve. Strongly approve is at 31. Somewhat approve is at 12. With strongly disapprove at 42. I have a feeling this is a skewed poll.
Maybe a bit.
Ned says, I missed it. Did Satsu get his thing straightened out? No, as far as I know, not yet. Do you approve or disapprove of the way Trump is handling the economy? It's weird they didn't ask that question on this poll. What best describes your family's financial situation? Getting ahead, 29. Holding steady, 53. Falling behind, 16. And no opinion, 1. You have no opinion of your family's financial situation. All right, fair enough. I mean, is what it is, right?
Is that a poll of the guys that went out to get cigarettes?
I'm guessing so. Oh, fuck, I don't know how they're doing. I ain't seen them in 10 years. Ask if leaned Democrat. I'd like you to rate the chance that you will vote in the 2020 primary or caucus in your state. Are you absolutely certain to vote? Let's see. Certain to vote was 69% of the people. Probably 8. 50-50, 10%. Maybe. And here's the candidates. Bernie Sanders, 32%. Wow. And Joe Biden is still number 2 at 17%, with Bloomberg at 14, Warren at 11, Mayor Cheat at 7, and Amy at 6. Tom, who owes me money, is at 2%. All right. So there it is. Bernie Sanders 32 to Biden's 17. That feels like too big of a drop off.
Yeah.
I didn't hear an option if I don't have any family. Yeah.
I think it really depends where they go to get these done. You know, like, are they going into a specific neighborhood, or, you know, how are the questions formed? I just don't trust these things.
That's why I ask. I mean, is it time to just stop talking about the polls? I mean, this is the number 1 story on the Washington Post today, on their online version at least. It's the top, right there in the middle, where the most important story goes. Off to the side is that Trump declared himself chief law enforcement officer, followed by this story. Attorney General Barr has told those close to Trump he is considering quitting over the president's tweets about the Justice Department investigations. I can see that. Ask this motherfucker to please close his mouth, because Mr. Trump, you sometimes you fuck things up. Just shut up. Let things happen. I mean, this is specifically in regard to what's his name, Stone, and of course with the pardons yesterday, and him saying, "I'm the chief law enforcement officer." Mr. Barr is the one who has to go before the Congress and explain how he's able to do his job with Trump talking the way he is. So I get it. I wouldn't want to have to go answer those questions sometimes. Has Polly fallen asleep? No, Polly's just in a daze.
No, I'm here. I'm raring to go.
Polly's.
I'm raring to go.
You sounded. Have you been having issues with the vertigo, bud? If I can ask, you can say none of your business. That's fine.
None of your business. That's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's like. Yeah, hold on, I had a joke there. What was it? I forgot. No, that's fine. No, I haven't had a Virgo spell in like a week, which is a good thing. So
Well, that's good.
Nuts, I know you said you stepped away. Would you replace my Streamlabs in there with Satsu's? That's not the right one. That's my Twitter status. It's in the chat somewhere. It's just the same, but at the end, it's what is it? Satsu 2 cents. Shit, I forget what his is.
She had it in the last grouping. So.
Did she? Okay. But oh yeah, it's there at the end. Yeah, you can just take mine right off.
Yeah,
just take mine right off.
Just drop Satsu's.
Buttigieg hits back at Trump and Limbaugh over homophobic attacks. Oh God, yeah.
Who had the homophobic? Who had the homophobic attacks visited upon them? Who was it?
Trump and Rush Limbaugh
were attacked for being homophobes.
Yeah, by Pete Buttigieg.
Oh, fuck off, you fucking Kinsey son of a... Fuck him. If that's all you got, I'm the gay president because I'm the gay candidate because I'm the gay. Hey, listen, let me fill you in on some fucking brutal fucking crucial realities there, Buttigieg. Have you looked at the fucking how you're polling amongst African Americans? They ain't gonna vote for you. You can be the Democratic candidate, be the first one that fucking turns. Come on now. I don't care how many fucking black people you shove into your fucking photo ops. It looks like what it is. Bullshit. You've got serious demographic difficulties. Look at people that are over 65, the most active, consistent voters, regardless of ethnic demographic. They're not voting for you. This guy's got fucking problems. This is fucking the mainstream media trying to drag this guy across the finish line like they did with Grandma Clinton in 2016. You think this is a good fucking idea? They're doing it for a virtue signaling bullshit. You know what's going to happen to Buttigieg after he doesn't fucking win? Because he ain't going to fucking win. I'm willing to fucking put my money on the line for that. Even if he wins the fucking candidacy, he's not going to win the fucking debate against Trump. You know what he's going to do? He's going to go on to multi-million-dollar jobs. He's burnishing his fucking resume. He worked for Kinsey Associates. The guy's a fucking multimillionaire. He's sharp as hell. He only took the mayorship on a step to fucking larger office, and now he's trying to do it. This is fuck all this, man.
See, I don't think Mayor Pete expected to go as far as he has already, to be honest with you. But here, I want to. This is the homophobic attack. You guys ready for it?
Yeah, let's hear this.
Rush Limbaugh said that America wouldn't elect a gay guy kissing his husband on the debate stage.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's going to be the thing. Fuck off.
That is the homophobic attack. No, it's an opinion. That is, I mean, I don't know how true it is. I do know that there are certain demographics that'll definitely have a problem with that.
Like
with
the
two
Muslims?
dudes kissing. Well, you have that. I feel like the Minneapolis Omar voters are certainly not going to be voting for that. The blacks, the Hispanics, certain groups that are known for what these days is called homophobia. I'm just saying that, this is something that has to be talked about. I'm sorry, Democrats. Black people tend to not like homosexuals. That's fact.
Bravado in the African American demographic? Really? Nah.
I know, right?
I mean, they love being emasculated. What do you mean? Come on. This is you want to talk about a fucking tone deaf fucking campaign. Look at Buttigieg. I can't Buttigieg. I sound drunk and I haven't even been drinking trying to say that guy's name.
Well, that's just because he needs to change his name to Smith so people can pronounce it.
What's the
you shouldn't have to tell people how to pronounce your fucking name.
What's the chant his followers do to try and instruct people how to say his name?
I don't know how they fucking do it.
They have one. They got a chant or a chant.
I have seen. Have you guys seen all the people singing this year for their different candidates?
I find that weird.
It is weird.
With Buttigieg somewhere over the rainbow.
Oh dear God! No, actually, I don't remember what his was, but that would have been better because it would have made more sense.
Or what in the butt?
What in the butt?
Okay, well, I was going for
you guys are gonna
innuendo.
get me in
Jack just went
trouble.
right to the point. Okay.
Mac asked, "Are you guys saying POCs are bigots?" No. It's something that is frowned upon in the community. I wanted to expand on that because, like, when Little Nas came out, nobody gave a fuck. He's like, "I'm gay," and I'm like, "So." But there's a difference between saying, "I don't care that guy's gay," and going, "I'm going to vote for this guy as my leader." Those are two entirely different things.
Well, you know what? Just okay, sure, okay, possibly, but let's add another thing in. When the guy's candidacy is based upon that in part, that's a big part of it. He's not, I'm gay and I'm running for the president, so what? It's more like, I'm running for the president and I'm gay. You know, that's a big fucking difference. You know what I mean? Imagine somebody running for the presidency. It was all about their virile sexual conquest constantly. How do you think that's going to come across to over 50% of the voters, females? That's going to, you know, that's not going to come over good. I mean, who the fuck else is running on their sexuality? I think a lot of people don't fucking care that he's gay. My mom is like, I like that Buttigieg guy. And my mom is not a big fan of homosexuality, but because she's just looking past it. What's that got to do with anything is kind of her perspective, right? You know what I mean? But it's like, Mom, I think you need to take a little bit closer of a look at the way that guy runs a campaign. Like that is his thing.
Yeah. There've been a lot of comparisons with him and Obama, and I think that's a fair comparison. That some of what Obama ran on is, I'm black. Okay. And the thing is, I just don't think we're at a point now where people give that much of a fuck about him being gay.
I don't think they do, honestly. I really don't. I think that news media are making a bigger deal out of it than anything.
I think there's definitely a constituency that does, the alphabet soup folks.
In that way, yeah.
Sure. But otherwise, I mean, most people are just like, I don't care. But I do think you will have the demographics who are like, I'm not voting for a gay man. So I don't think what Rush said there was homophobic. I think it was paying attention. And this is what I was talking about them not fighting with each other, not giving anybody a reason to vote for them. When can you name anything else that Pete really stands for? Exactly. The only thing I know that he's for is Medicaid or Medicare for those who want it. So everyone.
He's a flipper. He absolutely is. I mean, that's why it makes it tough to talk about the planks in his platform, because they have switched so much, right? Mm-hmm. He says he's not for, you know, when asked directly, are you for, you know, healthcare for all, single payer and stuff, right? And then he blah 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 and starts into the Kinsey and Associates line where it's like saying anything but, meaning you can walk away from it thinking he does or doesn't depending on what you want. Come
on. The other thing I wanted to talk about today, because I saw this yesterday, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Ilhan Omar yesterday. There's nothing like being with the community you love and talking about issues that affect us all. Thank you to everyone who joined us at the University of Minnesota today to discuss hashtag pathway to peace. I'm like, what the hell is pathway to peace? And I still don't know. I don't. But she put up 4 pictures. And one of them is this. Let me put this up on the screen here. This is one of the pictures. We'll make it as big as I possibly can.
Oh, I need to make this up.
The International Criminal Court.
There's a court made up of criminals?
Yes. It's highly effective.
Holy shit. It's like a supervillain stuff there.
Resolution 855 expresses the sense of the House of Representatives that the United States should join the International Criminal Court. We've been a leader in international criminal justice since Nuremberg. The ICC prosecutes perpetrators of genocide, war crimes, and crimes against humanity.
And hate crimes and thought crimes.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
We have a system of jurisprudence here to take care of that. Get fucked. You think we're gonna let? No, I don't even want to get into it. Get fucked.
Yeah.
You know why they want America online? The same reason that the fucking Paris Peace Accords, climate accords want America online. It's like just toe the line, guys. Why? Because it lends a hell of a lot of authority to this thing that they imagine if America left NATO. What the fuck would be left to NATO?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what's going on. It's like they want to be able to. It's like the UN wanting to be able to direct U.S. military force abroad to where they think that it should go. The Paris peace, the Paris climate accords, in terms of like, oh well, we'll be able to handicap America in this way, so every other would be able to withdraw funds, because that's really all it is about, is a giant wealth transfer scheme. And fucking, you want to be able to prosecute American citizens outside of an American system of jurisprudence? Fuck you.
Nut says, so the UN, not exactly. What were you saying there, Jack?
No, I agree with everything Polly just said. They go fuck themselves.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Not only that, it also opens up us to international law.
Yeah, our system of justice is way more fair than anything they've got going on, even though our system can be flawed and tends to favor rich people. You know what? I'll take our system over their bullshit nonsense any day, because they're, next thing you know, we're going to have to surrender everything to Islam. No way.
Well, I mean, on top, right? Oh, hate speech against Muhammad is fucking, blasphemy against Muhammad is now illegal.
Mm-hmm.
Like the European Court of Human Rights decided, and you want to be bound by ideas like this. And I'm not talking about that specifically. It's just the notion of getting dragged down the way into things. I want line item agreements, and so does Barack Obama didn't want to sign on. George W. Bush didn't want to sign. Clinton didn't want to sign on. Donald Trump doesn't want to sign on. You think that's a fucking accident? I mean, all these wildly different political leaders of the executive office of the United States don't want anything to do with that. Gee, I wonder why. It's like, why would you cede your authority, hard-won, hard-fought authority, and I mean of the entire United States, to a bunch of people who are just, they want you at their beck and call? No, get fucked. Listen, you come up with something like the Hague, okay, let's do something like that. Here's weapons you cannot use in warfare. Noxious gases, nerve gases, deforming bullets, different things like that. It's like, yeah, okay, those are line items and we can agree to them. When they're big, vague things like, in the future, we will have authority to make decisions that you have to abide by, and they're binding. Oh, get fucking bent.
Yeah. Thank you, Cryptic. Satsu will get this. But fuck the UN, EU laws. Yeah, I have no problem with treaties and stuff, but when you start talking about the ability to legally punish U.S. citizens, go fuck yourself. That's what the U.S. itself is for. And when we see things like hate speech laws around the world, how soon until that's a thing with these guys? Oh, they make it. No, it's just about war crimes. Is it?
Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do, and if they haven't already, because the ICC is very powerful, and I don't want them meddling in our affairs at all. The more you give to these people, the more they will take, and that's what. Look at what Merkel's done for the EU.
Amen, Jack. That's why, I'm not a Brit, but I absolutely understood the cause of Brexit as it was being said. Self-determination instead of some unelected morons in Brussels making the calls for you. And now we can make them independently for yourself. It's like, more power to you. More power to you.
Sinatra once said.
Oh, yeah. Certainly.
Yeah, I absolutely am on board with everything Polly's saying. This is just a way for the Europeans to push us around more, and we fought an entire revolution to get away from these assholes.
Distant governments making decisions that we have to abide by.
That.
Sounds a lot like the cause of the American Revolution a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, let's just betray the founding principles for the sake of the angry 4% on Twitter and a bunch of would-be authoritarians off in a distant bureaucracy somewhere. Get fucked.
I'm sorry. I'm distracted by a story that Ilhan Omar tweeted out from Forbes.
Is it a story about that chick that wanted to bang her brother in a throuple?
No.
Oh.
Hold on. What's a throuple?
3 people together. It's just polyamory with a stupid new name.
It's a name they've just recently come up with. Yeah.
Okay.
Look how funny we are.
All right.
She tweeted out, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. This administration is trying to destroy Americans' place as a beacon of hope for immigrants, but we won't forget the words inscribed on the Statue of Liberty." And she links to this Forbes article. Immigrants flock to Canada while U.S. declines.
Look, a poem on a statue is not a binding contract of law. Okay? Give us your tired, your poor, your huddled masses is not at all a system of immigration. It is a poem at the base of a statue. It's got nothing to do with our immigration statutes.
The part about this that was really intriguing to me is it talks about the demographics of immigrants going into Canada. And the largest population increase has been among Indian tech workers.
Doctors and engineers, bro.
How you doing, Sid?
Hey.
It seems to me, do you guys remember just the other day we talked about how they're really mad because Donald Trump's like, look, if you're coming in here, you have to be able to take care of yourself, not on welfare, not on food stamps, not on cash assistance. And they're like, how dare you?
You mean like the way the Canadian immigration system works?
Yeah. How many of these Indian tech folks do you think are going over there and immediately going on their welfare system?
They got a point system and it's stringent and fuck off.
We had
They've had a 117% increase in the number of Indians they've taken in. They're not taking in poor Mexicans. They're not taking in Guatemalans who can't do math. Stop it.
I have a cunning plan. We should offer fake documentation proving that you are an Indian tech worker if you are coming over the border, but you go straight to Canada. So if you're sneaking in here illegally, instead of being detained and deported, you could go straight to Canada and we'll give you fake paperwork.
Let's see. Guess what country is not in the top 10 countries of immigrants going into Canada? I'll give you a hint. None of them are from below our southern border. Let's see. India, 85,000. China, 30,000. The Philippines, 27,000. Nigeria, 12,000. The U.S., 10,000. Pakistan, 10,000. Syria, 10,000. I don't know how to say that one. Eritrea? I don't know. That's the one that.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Eritrea?
Something like that.
7,000. South Korea, 6,000. And Iran, 6,000.
No, we need to make Canadians Mexican again.
Yes. Fuck off with this nonsense. Anyway,
that's such bullshit. I am real tired of these un-American, America hating candidates that are running for office. Like, why don't we get some people that like being here?
Well, here's something. Canada is expected to increase legal immigration to 350,000 a year. 350,000. You know how many the U.S. takes in?
Way more.
1 million.
Yeah. Okay. You're right. That's good perspective. You want some even more shocking perspective. Canada only has 36 million people. What the fuck is the government of Canada doing? Think of that as a per capita increase. What the fuck?
I don't get why we've taken so many people since we have such an illegal immigrant problem. We need to shut down those borders.
We still need people to come in and help with our tech stuff because our education on that front is kind of lacking.
We should fix that then and seal those borders up.
What do you mean?
I'm not.
Lesbian dance degrees are fine for tech.
You definitely want your neurosurgeon to have a master's degree or a doctorate in lesbian dance. Those are the best brain surgeons.
Yeah, they can tell you all
Cryptic,
about how problematic your medical departments are.
Cryptic, thank you. Justin wants to replace the Canadian population. Well, again, I mean, how many? What'd you say? 35 million is how many they have?
36.
So they're taking 36. So they're taking in 35,000 or 350,000.
Sorry, I was in the bank and I couldn't talk. You said
You're fine.
350,000 a year Canada
year.
takes?
Yeah. Well, that's what they're bumping up to now. Yes.
We take that every 2 months just from below our border.
Well, these are their legal ones, man.
Yeah? Who's walking over the border into Canada?
Nobody.
Well, oh,
Fuck?
someone's angry at Sanute.
Shut up.
It's a
Don't be
fan.
looking at your phone, bitch. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, just I have always thought we should just build a bridge from Mexico to Canada.
That's what I'm saying, and then give them some paper saying they're Indians, so that they could get jobs up there and not come back here.
I just love Canada is doing so much, and we're not doing enough. Fuck right off. We are still taking in 3 times as many as they are. Sin, what are you doing over there?
We have 10 times the population they do.
You are making all kinds of racket with your mic, man.
I'm sorry. Is that better?
I'll have to let you know in a minute.
Depends how many times you get in and out of your car.
No, I was just putting my seatbelt on.
Oh.
Yeah, it's I hate this woman. I really do. Ilhan Omar's an idiot.
It's how many people are walking across the border into Canada. You know, if you watch Faith Goldie, a fuck ton, because she's and Rebel Media generally, but more like Faith Goldie, they go right to the border crossings and record them, and it's all the Haitians because they're French speaking, and Quebec has their own independent immigration standards. That tells you a lot about the fucking porous border that Americans are always talking about. Yeah, of course we are. Look at wait a minute. Quebec controls its own immigration. They have their own immigration laws. If you're French speaking, you're more likely to get in than anybody else. Why do you think Haitians just walk across the U.S. border into Canada and are welcome there? My God,
that's messed up.
That's why I still sub to Faith Goldie, because it's like, okay, this stuff's a little ethno-statey for me, but she's not wrong, you know.
One of my good friends is a Canadian, and he was like, you need to fix your immigration system. You guys complain about it too much. I was like, do you have any idea how many people we take in a month, let alone in a year? We probably have, I don't know, 3 or 4 million people a year running across the southern border. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah. He's like, everything I know about American immigration, I get it off of TV. And from what I understand, you guys are just locking up anybody you see. I'm like, yeah, because we get a few million of them a year and we need to.
A few million locked up, dare to dream. No, I think that we're going to have massive problems with, especially if this coronavirus hits South America. That it'll be here in a second, and it's going to be a nightmare because there'll be so many illegals that won't come forward to get medical treatment, spreading it around. The Southwest will be a fucking plague valley.
Well,
and
when
that's the
talking
thing,
about,
I forget who said it.
When talking about hang on just a second, Sin. Talking about the number of illegals here in the U.S., depending on what number you look at, there may be more illegals in the U.S. than there are legals in Canada.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I've never thought about it in that numerical way, but we were talking about your last stream, like, you know, from several hours ago, where the numbers are estimated more like 38, 40 million. Yeah, there's more illegals, like undocumented migrants, you know, pre-documented citizens in America than there are entire fucking people in all of Canada.
Yeah.
But don't think about things like that. I'm sorry, Sin. I cut you off there. What were you saying, bud?
You did, rude. Somebody was like, I wonder why there's no coronavirus cases in South America. Because they'll never be able to test for it. That entire continent has horrible health care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, They already brought up Zika virus from South America. They brought up that weird polio-like disease that his name I don't think they ever gave, and they don't talk about it anymore. If they bring up coronavirus, which is probably going to happen, and it'll be a big explosion down there, then we're going to have a real problem because we don't know who the patient zeros are. We don't know where the origin points are going to be, and it'll move around really quickly because they all move around in the back of trucks and shit like that. So it's going to be a nightmare, and we have to seal off that border to protect ourselves from these kind of disasters.
And we're not even getting numbers from China anymore.
Yeah, because they were lying to begin with, and we all know it.
Anchorage asks, what happened to Ebola? It still pops up now and then. Ebola's never gone away. It just it rises and shrinks depending on how they're taking care of each other.
Well, yeah. I assume he's talking about the most recent outbreak of it. That strain mutated into something that could be easily medically cured because they had medication for it. So they had something to fight it. We don't have that for Corona, and we probably won't for like another 3 years.
All right, gentlemen. I hate to do this, but I got to shut down. I try to go 2 hours, but I got to go lay down.
Fair enough.
I know I should have done that to start with.
No, you got 90 minutes. You got 3/4 of the way there. It's all good. Hey, Dark Admiral March here. Hey, what's up?
But yeah, hello everybody. But goodbye everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for the donations to myself and the gentleman and to Satsu. You guys are awesome. Jack,
Satsu was here?
No. Satsu woke up and his bank account had been cleared out.
Whoa, what happened?
Last I knew he was on the bank with him to find out. So
he was on the phone with them?
Yeah. Oh. So I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but he did tell me that he had just transferred his PayPal to his bank. So I was like, guys, if you can help, please do. So
that's where I fucked up. I accidentally put all my money in the world was in my PayPal account, and I put it in my mom's account because I'm a dummy. Instead of fucking mine. So I had to go to her house and her write me a check.
Jack, anything you want to shill, bud?
I'll just throw a link to my latest video. But yeah, if you guys can help Satsu, please do so. And thanks for the donation, Cryptic.
Polly, anything you want to shill?
Not that I didn't shill earlier. Hold on, I'll stick my link in chat. I got a comment underneath the last comic book curation, Jack.
Oh yeah,
where it's from?
It's a Batman.
No, it was from this guy called Sinatra Says, and he says, Lamau, I love you guys' show. I really want to come on. Weird, huh?
Oh, that's awesome. We should have that guy on.
Yeah.
I hear he's a cool dude. Incredibly handsome.
I've heard that. No, mate, but you should totally come on. I'm going to put my link in chat where Jack, Inquisitor, and myself do comic book curation every Thursday, every Wednesday, where we talk in and around comic books, which is later on today, right? That's later on today?
Tonight, yes.
Yeah. And then my name is spelled Poldub. Never mind me, I'm medicated, and I totally spelled it wrong. Shit. Whatever.
The link is below.
The link is below. Never mind my typoing. I was leaning with my left hand and medicated at the time. It's fine.
Wait, doesn't that say polydub?
Yeah, but it's dot polydub, not backslash polydub.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but hey, I've got that fancy. What do you call it? What's it called? Where your URL is just your name? Vanity URL.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. Type in YouTube /polydub. You'll find me. Or Jack Inquisitor and myself will be on there tomorrow night, and Inquisitor
tonight.
It's not tomorrow until I've fallen asleep and waken up.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday evening. What time is it on again, Jack?
I don't know. Whenever you send me the link.
It's on whenever I send Jack the link.
Yeah, I'll be around tonight if you feel like having me.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we do. Yeah, if you want to come by, but remember the rules. You got to pitch something.
Okay.
Real quick. Thank you, Cryptic, who says, give Satsu money like China is giving coronavirus. There you go.
Oh, Blind Press just popped up and said, oh, I missed it. Yeah, I know the pain. I came by your stream the other day and I caught like the last 30 seconds of it. I hear you. So anyway.
That means give Satsu $20 and say, or give him 150 and say it was 20.
Anyway, Monkey, thank you for allowing me the deranged pitch.
No, it was. I enjoyed it actually. Sin, was there anything you wanted to show?
Yeah, I'll put a video live here as soon as this is over. Go check it out. It's Lily Singh absolutely fucking bombing at the NBA roast.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Fuck, I watched that clip. Holy shit, dude.
It's terrible.
Not a single joke lands. It was like lawn darts by a drunk teenager. It was great.
It was a room absolutely packed with people, and then you just hear a couple people go,
And guess what all the jokes are about? I'm bi, white people, am I right? Like every single fucking one. It was
her first joke was, if I liked hockey, I'd watch white people skate in American courts. And it was just pin drop silence.
What? That's stupid.
That's not even a joke.
She is a hack, man. And good. The more people who see her, the closer she is to going back to doing children's videos on YouTube where she started.
Yeah.
Tonight we're on my channel here, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully, watch Twitter to see. But guys, thanks for coming. Jack, Polly, and Sin, thank you guys for joining me. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
There's everyone. Sports Satsu.
This is my second